Hi students, today I'm going to give you a short lesson on Unit 2 in Burlington English. Unit 2 is the lesson on education. I'm going to share my screen with you and we're going to go over a few short lessons from Unit 2, education. Now when you do this at home, you do your practice, it's going to be blue. These are the in-class lessons that I show you. They're the teacher instructional lessons. So we're going to look at the first lesson is registering for a class, and it's the Get Ready section. You registered for class when you came to COD. You're going to listen to a student registering for class. Do you want to study for English? Register for an English class today. So here's some vocabulary. School counselor, and here's a girl named Marina. Marina wants to study English. She goes to the school. She talks to a school counselor. The school counselor helps her register for class. Let's look at some of the vocabulary. Morning, evening, take a test, rooms. We're going to listen.
Hi. Good morning. Can I help you?
Yes, please. I want to register for a class. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Want you to notice something here. The clock says 9 o'clock, and 9:20. So right now, she is finished. She is done. So she says to the school counselor, thank you for your help. And he says, you're welcome. Here's another section. Do you want to study English? Register for an English class today. Here's a school counselor, and here's Hamza. Who is Hamza? What does he want? And who is Mary? We need to listen to this to answer those questions.
Good morning. Can I help you?
Yes, please. I want to register for an English class.
Okay. What's your name?
Hamza Nassar.
Nice to meet you, Hamza. My name is Mary Baker. I'm a school counselor.
Nice to meet you, Mary.
So here we would type in the answer. Well, let's look at what they tell the answers. Who is Hamza? A new student. What does he want? To register for an English class. Who is Mary? A school counselor. We're going to look at a little bit of the vocabulary for this section. And these are just some times on the clock. 10 o'clock, 6:30, 8 o'clock. Let's look at the next screen. 1:30, 5 o'clock, 11:30. These are all times on the clock. And this is not a regular clock, this is a digital clock. Here's some more vocabulary, and it's about time, the time of day. Remember, we saw when the sun was coming up. What time is it? You see the time, and we see the sun coming up. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. What time is it? It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon because the sun is high in the sky. What time is it? It's 8:30 in the evening because you can see the stars. What time is it? It's 10:30 at night because it's much darker out and we see the moon. If we hit check, it'll show check, all good. So we're going to go to the next lesson, which is grammar, and it's about possessive adjectives. In this lesson, you are going to learn about possessive adjectives. What's your name? My name is Kevin. So here we see the list, subject pronouns and possessive adjectives. So if the subject pronoun is I, the possessive adjective is my. You, your, he, his, she, her, it, its, we, our, you, your, they, their. He is my friend. His name is Jason. We live in this building. Our apartment is nice. Let's practice. We're going to show the answers. You can see highlighted. This is Andre and his daughter. Her name is Sophia. This is my school. Its name is Lee Adult School. This is a matching game, and you can see some of it is completed. Let's click. Now I have to find the matching possessive adjective.
It's.
Not quite.
They.
Her.
Nope.
It.
It's.
That's a match. So it's like those matching games that our kids have with pictures, and it gives you a good way to practice at home with pronouns and possessive adjectives. Here's matching the sentences. So we are seeing the pronouns here and the possessive adjectives on this side. So these are matched up already. Let's hit the check. All correct. He goes with his. We goes with our. They goes with their. I goes with my. She goes with her. And you goes with your. Now here's some more practice, and let's look at the answers for this. We are correcting, choosing the correct possessive adjective to go here. So this is my teacher. You're choosing between her or our. Her name is Mrs. Gonzalez. We are our school. Juan lives in my building. His brother is a taxi driver. Juan, his. I, my. Pablo and Pilar, their. You are my mother. You, your. Here, we would drag the box. Hello, my name is Roberto. We are students. Mr. Smith is our teacher. Her name is Olivia. Their children are at school. Its name is Green Park School. This is my school. Its name is Green Park School. My name is Maria. What's your name? Let's go to the review. I need a little bit of water here. So in this page, there are some answers that are incorrect. So sometimes we don't get all the answers correct. Let's correct it. Hi, I'm Emmanuel. What is your name? What is your name? Let's see if correcting this, maybe it's a question mark. Let's check. Let's show all the answers. Their apartment is in this building. I must have left out a word there because they weren't showing it correct, but that I did type there. So there you go. You see her, your, his, their, and her. It's a short lesson on the grammar for this unit. Let's look at reading. We're going to learn about face-to-face learning and online learning. So right now, we are doing online learning. And it's interesting because we did online learning and now we're doing face-to-face learning, and now we're doing online learning. Use headings to find information. Use because to give reasons. Infer the meaning of compound nouns. We're looking at the pictures, and sometimes we need to scroll to see all the pictures. We see Paul, Sophie, and Lucas. So we need to see, it looks like Paul and Sophie are online at school, and Lucas is in a classroom. Who is at school? I think Lucas is at school. Who is not at school? Paul is not at school. Sorry, I got to move my page here. Who is at a computer? It looks like Paul and Sophie are both at a computer. Let's see the answers. Yep. Who is at school? Oh, Paul and Lucas are at school. And you can see here, Paul is working on school on a computer. Sophie is not at school, but Paul and Sophie are on their computer. We're going to go to the read section. So here is something for us to read. And there's a title, there's a little graphic, here's a heading, and here's another heading. Whoops, back to making this bigger. Okay, face-to-face lessons and online lessons. So what we're looking for here are headings. Websites have a lot of information. The title and headings tell you what kind of information you can find on the website. Here's the title, here's a graphic and the name of the school, and here are two headings. The name right here, the adult school. What can the students study at the school? English, it's in the title. What lessons are there? Face-to-face lessons and online lessons. So sometimes you can get a lot of information just from those headings. All right, so here's another, actually we skipped one. Let's go back to number 6. Headings, so same thing, title and headings tell you what kind of information you can find on the website. So draw conclusions. Under which heading do you think you will find the sentences below? So when you draw a conclusion, you are trying to guess an answer based on some information that you have. The classes are on the same days and at the same times every week. It's talking about the classes and the day and the time. Is this talking about face-to-face lessons or online lessons? Let's read the next one. Students study in the classroom with a teacher. Well, this is an important point here. In the classroom, that is face-to-face. Students study in the morning, at night, or on the weekend. That sounds like online to me. So for this, number 1, I think it could be both. Let's show all the answers. Face-to-face. Like this online lesson, you'll be able to see it anytime you want to. So same days and same times definitely is face-to-face. Like our classes would be Monday or Wednesday, or Tuesday and Thursday, or Saturday at the same time and the same day. So now we're looking at the word because. We use the word because to give a reason. It answers the question why. So in class, we have talked about use reasons, right? And who, what, when, where, why, and how. How we can use those questions to answer information about something we read. So we use the word because to give a reason. Why do many students like face-to-face lessons? It tells us over here, so we need to look and see what it says. They ask questions. They work alone or with classmates. Same days, same times. Students like these lessons because they are with people. They talk to the teacher and their classmates. Why do many students with jobs or children like to study online? Online lessons are not in the classrooms. They study at home. The teacher is not with them. They like to study online because, here's the word, they have a job or have children at home. They study anytime they want, in the morning, at night, or on the weekend. Because they want to be with people, right here. Because they have a job or have children, they can study anytime, morning, night, or on the weekend. So that's what we're doing now with our online lessons. We're studying anytime we want. We're making sure that we're getting enough of our hours, the same amount of hours as class when we're studying online at home. Okay, we're going to go to our next grammar lesson. Present of be. In this lesson, you're going to learn about the simple present of be with adjectives. I'm hot. I am cold. The TV is old. The phone is new. The girl is young. Her grandfather is old. So be, remember, is the be verb. Am, is, are. That's the be verb in the present tense. So here is simple present of be with adjectives. Adjectives come after the verb be. Remember that adjectives are those words that describe the nouns. They tell you if it's a certain sound, a certain shape, a certain color, a certain size. There are many ways we can describe things with adjectives. I am, you are, he or she is, we, you are, we, you, they are cold. This is our adjective. This is our be verb. In the negative, we add not. I am not, you are not, he or she is not, we, you, they are not hot. So in the positive, in the negative, we add not. Let's practice. Highlight the adjectives. Remember, the adjectives tell us size, shape, color, number, sound, how something might feel, or how it might taste. Those are all ways we use adjectives. Select the test, then choose the highlighter. So we've done this before. Tall, highlight, short. No, I didn't get the whole thing there. Highlight. Tall, short, small, big, new, old, sad, happy. Not, I guess this is hot, cold, young, old. Those are all adjectives. Those are all adjectives. So we're going to look at some pictures and choose the right word. The school, we have to put the verb in there too. Be is big. The woman is young. There are 3 pages here. They are sad. The weather is cold. That shows snow. The buildings, look at these 3 buildings, are new. Yep, they're being built. Cold, sad, all good. Put the words in correct order to form sentences. So now we're going to create sentences from words that are scrambled up. They're not in the right order. Have to move them around. We are cold. I am not happy. So let's just look at how they've moved them all around. We are cold. I am not happy. There's the negative, and there's the adjective. Jinho is tall. My parents are short. The classrooms are small. The room isn't big. Is not. There's a negative right there. All right, we will move on and look at our next section. We're going to look at the grammar, singular and plural nouns. In this lesson, you're going to learn about singular and plural nouns. And there is and there are. There is 1 computer in my classroom. There are 4 computers in my classroom. There is 1, are 4. Tell me about your new classroom. There are desks and chairs. There are computers. There is a new board. Are there students? Oh yes, there are 10 students. I like my students. What's in Selena's classroom? We get the answer from looking at this. Desks, computers, board, students, and chairs. All good. Singular and plural nouns. So this is the grammar focus. Singular nouns are one thing: a notebook, a teacher, an apartment, an immigrant. Remember, if the noun starts with a vowel, A, E, I, O, or U, we use an. Plural nouns, 10 notebooks, 2 teachers. These nouns, these things have the S at the end. 2 apartments, 4 immigrants, S at the end. So some nouns have special forms. They're irregular, kind of like an irregular verb. They don't add the S at the end. So notebook becomes notebooks. Okay, teacher becomes teachers. But man is men. Woman is women. Child is children. Person is people. So those are the plural for these words. They don't follow the pattern of ending with S. Spelling rules for plural. We add S to most of them, but in some cases we add ES when the letters at the end of the word are S, X, SH, and Z. Class becomes classes. We add IES when they end with a consonant and Y. Country, countries. Family, families. Here's the practice. 6 books, desks, right? Yep. A student, 2 chairs. A computer, just 1. 3 people. There is and there are. Use there is with singular nouns. There is a student. There is a chair. There is a man. Use there are with plural nouns. There are 2 students. There are 3 chairs. There are 5 men. There is becomes theirs, okay, apostrophe S, but we do not have a contraction for there are. We do not have a contraction for there are. All right, I think I could show you a worksheet. I maybe will show you in the next lesson the worksheet. All right, so let's just do a practice, and that will be it. Okay, how many books? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 books. What do we put here? There are 5 books. There is a library. There are 3 men. There are 2 desks. There are 4 students. There is a teacher. We'll review. So we have to correct. There are 2 book. Well, 2 is more than 1, right? Books, period. There are 3 teachers. There are goes with more than 1. There are 8 students in the cafeteria. Well, there are is more than 1 students. There are a library at my school. Well, library is just 1. There is a library. There is a computers in the classroom. Computers is more than 1, right? But there is means only 1. There is a computer in the classroom. There is an notebook. And goes before a word that starts with a vowel like A, E, I, O, or U. There is a notebook. Okay, so there's a few more lessons. Life skills, looking at a registration form. You filled out a registration form before, okay? When you entered this class, you filled out a registration form. So you put lots of information into a registration form. Your name, your address, your phone number. Here are things, dates that go with other dates. This is the written date with numbers, and this is the written date with words. And we use those when we have forms. We usually will write just the date with numbers. You see here, month, day, year. And you know that in the United States, we use the month, the day, the year, not the day, the year, the month. What is Suki's date of birth? Say it. Well, here is Suki. Her date is 12/04/1996. So we would say December 4th, 1996. December 4th, 1996. And here's the last section, describe a place. In this lesson, you're going to write a description of a place. You will use titles, use and or commas. There are 2 boards in our classroom. There's a board. Right? Look around your classroom. What can you see? Well, we're not in the classroom right now, right? Do you see a desk? I'm in my kitchen right now, and I can see 4 chairs. I have 1 whiteboard. I have 3 windows, 1 computer, no students. And I see 3 doors. So here's an example of what your classroom would look like, okay? You can describe our classroom. What was our classroom like? Were there whiteboards? Were there chairs? Were there desks? Were there computers? Again, more about the classroom, okay? And then this is talking about Mr. or Miss, Mrs., or Mr. for a man, Miss, Ms. or Mrs. for a woman. Is the teacher a man or a woman? My teacher is Mr. Martinez. Well, Mr. is man. Is Martinez the teacher's first name or last name? In English, we use the last name, Mr. Martinez. I actually prefer Miss and not Ms. M-I-S-S. I prefer Miss. And I am Miss Boughton. Miss Boughton. That is my last name. So Martinez is last name. So we're going to talk about using commas. Use and in a sentence about 2 things. You're connecting a sentence with 2 things with the word and. There are 10 women and 8 men in my class. There is a chair and a table. This is like this. There is a chair and a table. There's just 2 things. Use commas in a sentence about 3 or more things. There are desks, comma, chairs, comma, and computers. Sometimes some people don't put that comma in front of and, but it really should be there in a sentence about 3 or more things. So choose the correct sentence in each pair. There are 10 women and 8 men in my class. There are 10 women, 8 men in my class. We're looking for and, should be that one. There is a computer room, a cafeteria, a library. There is a computer room, a cafeteria, and a library. For this exercise, we're looking for the word and because we are showing you how to use the word and then how to put the comma when there are 3 things. Plan and write. So you can fill in these things to plan. What's the name of your school? So I'm writing in some sentences. There are 24 students in class. Oh, my spelling or my typing. What is in the classroom? There are, because we're talking about more than one thing. Desks, chairs, and a whiteboard. Board, A-R-D, period. All right. Okay, so I wrote in some sentences there. So in this last exercise, there's a writing assignment. Write a description of your classroom. Use your plan to help you. So it says to click this, and I've showed you this on the other instructional video for Unit 1. Okay, so here's an example. Okay, here's an example. So if you feel like doing that practice, you can go ahead and write that in your, when you get to your practice for Unit 2. And when you do your writing assignment, make sure to remember to save it in the portfolio so that I can look at it, okay? So that's the end of our lesson for Unit 2, which is education. So when you go to look at your student lessons, here's the student lessons right here, okay, for education. Okay, these are the lessons that you're going to do. And here's the writing. Write a description of a place. Okay, so when you get to the end here, there's all the beginning things, and it's about school. If you can remember things about our classroom at school, then it would be good for you to write about the classroom, using the grammar that we've talked about and using things like the possessive adjectives and there are and there is, and also some adjectives like the classroom is colorful, right? Using adjectives to tell. So you can use this to plan, and here is the writing. Okay, so this is where you can write, and you can look at the example and make sure when you write, my teacher. Okay, so I started writing. Don't forget to save to the portfolio, and then I'll be able to see it. If you want to redo it, hit edit. You can add, you can make corrections, or if you want to start over, you can just hit reset and you can start over. Okay, that is the end of our class for today. I hope that you'll get through this lesson in the next week, and I'll be checking your progress in Burlington English. I hope you're all having a good day today, and we will be back again together someday, but again, our classes are going to be online until the end of the semester. So we'll let you know through email, texting, phone calls, what's going to happen going forward for summer and for next fall. But we hope to see you all back. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.